is to expand the definition of private voluntary organizations by basically including some aspects that you find in the definition of an NPO by FATF, which defines an NPO as a legal person or arrangement or organization that primarily engages in raising or dispersing funds, I emphasize that, for purposes that are listed there. Perhaps if we could also add the whole aspect of primarily engaging in raising or dispersing funds for in the definition of a PVO, so that it's clear what the activities of that particular PVO are, and this will make it compliant with the FATF definition of an NPO. And then
our message is simple, and I did emphasize the same message when we met with His Excellency on the 17th of March last year regarding the PVO bill. And our message was this, and I repeat, we are not refusing to be regulated. It's the how that matters. And I believe that the reason why we are here, Honorable Minister, is to engage you and to give you our views on some of the areas that we believe are not conducive or will not provide a conducive environment for civic society.
Of that regulation that needed to be ironed out, and that needed to be ensured that it speaks to both aspirations of government to ensure there's a regulatory framework, but also on the part of civic society to ensure that they can operate freely.
Of what we refer to as NGOs, whether we say NPOs, whether we say PVO. And then secondly, just to check if there's been any comprehensive audit on the existing legislation that could ordinarily attempt or in a way curb illicit financial flows or any forms of money laundering that may take place within the context of Zimbabwe. So that has been also questioned and also a major concern as civic society. Thank you.
So how is their interactions monitored beyond just having their funds and using them as a trust? So for me, I think it's looking at the law that governs trust and see whether that law is adequately ensuring that it covers the people, but also on the issue of monitoring. But taking it further, maybe to the ground where we work in communities, local authorities currently sign MOUs with trusts and PVOs, and they demand reports every month. And PVOs, trusts, and common law investors, Honorable Minister, do submit these reports. Even some do share their audit reports. So I think for me, it's harmonizing these laws. And also the other issue that has been of concern for people who want to register as PVOs is the turnover period. It has been a problem that to apply to register a PVO, it may take you, my colleagues will maybe agree with me, maybe 6 months to a year. Or more, at least. Yeah.
I want to say that this is very much encouraged if we can come together in forums like this, where the relevant stakeholders would have done research on a particular bill, present detailed analysis, and we interrogate all that, and we come up with a common position. Some things will agree, some will not agree, but in the end we'll come up with something that is a compromise. But I believe that the session that we had this morning, by and large, we have agreed on a lot of issues. If there are any issues that we have not agreed on, they are very minor. They will not affect the work of our CSOs, but we enhance that work. I would, at this juncture, want to urge the team to clean up your submissions so that we can have them, and we use that as our working document to prepare amendments before we proceed with the bill. I'm standing in on behalf of the Minister of Labour, Public Service and Social Welfare. He's in Geneva, so I'm standing in for him, and I want to thank him for allowing his team to participate. They really participated, and we hope that this session will continue. We all have learned, I've learned a lot of issues from your submissions. I'm sure from the submissions that government has made, CSOs have also learned something. And these interactive sessions will actually bring us together, and we hope that they continue. We will proceed with the legislation, but a legislation is a living document. Should you find out that there are things that you believe are not favorable, that's the reason why we have our law revisor there. He advises us to say that this document or this piece of legislation needs to be changed. So it's not the end of the world. We believe that let's continue talking. As Zimbabweans, we will never have any other country except this one. Whether others come to say we want to help you, they bring their money or they bring whatever they bring, we will all remain Zimbabweans, and we must act in the interest of this generation and generations to come, and preserve our dignity and our identity. And we believe that is very important. I want to thank all of you, the church, for coming, and the fourth estate for coming to sit in and appreciate, so that when you are reporting some of the issues now, you are now very knowledgeable to say that this is the import of this particular section of the bill. I thank you.